I'm Pastor George Borchardt, and this is another Higher Things video short. Fun Word Friday takes on predestination. That's the subject of today's Higher Things video short. Hey, if you love these videos, if you have been daring to be Lutheran with us this Lenten season, gospel, Lent, same thing. This Lenten season, go ahead and hit the like button and subscribe today. Also, you can hit the bell, ring the bell, and you'll find out every time we have a new video. Also, you can go to support.higherthings.org and give today. Your tax-deductible gift keeps these videos, including Fun Word Friday, a-rolling. Okay, so predestination. Oh, what a gift this word is. God determines in advance everything. Well, let's not go that way. You are saved. He knows you are saved. Before the foundation of the world, he predestined you in Christ to be saved. Heaven's not going to be heaven without you. That's the only way he sees it. And everything that he has done in all of creation has brought you to read and watch this video so that you would be saved. That is the comfort of predestination. God, in his mercy, made you alive with Christ when you were dead in your trespasses and sins. By grace, you've been saved. This is not by any work or merit in you. It's all a gift. You were an enemy. You were destined for death. Destined for death. That's the only thing you know. Your only choice. Your choice. Your choosing. Your momentum was going to put you in the prison of sin and death. It's like this Shawshank Redemption. I can't even say that word, but the guy was in prison. He only knew prison. He only lived prison. He was in prison for most of his life. And when he got out of prison, he didn't know anything other than how to be in prison. That's us. But God, who is rich in his mercy, who sees everything, knows everything, works everything out for our good to bring us to faith, to have us believe. So while death and sin and hell is our fault, salvation and life and forgiveness is all the mercy and grace of God. Everything about the doctrine of predestination is comfort for us, which means when we doubt, when we worry, we don't look inside ourselves. Am I in, am I out? Am I elect or am I not? No, that's a different faith than the Christian faith. You look instead to Christ. Did he die for me? Did he rise for me? Did he work all things out for my good? Predestination is meant to be a comfort so that you would know that before there was a universe, God loved you in the giving up of his son. He predestined you before the foundation of the world to believe. Now, how am I not a robot? Well, you could understand this as God sees everything, knows everything. Before he says, let there be light, he knows everybody's going to believe in him and everybody who's not. He is like, I used to go to LSU games and I used to sit at the very, very top of the stadium with my dad when I was young. And I would see the plays beforehand. If there was a wide open receiver and the quarterback was wearing back to throw, I knew what was going to happen to some certainty. God is sitting at the top. Now, when I was in college, I sat on the very first row like a crazy college student. I could only see my perspective. I could not see everything like I could way up top. God, who sits outside of time, sees everything, knows everything. But simply because he knows everything isn't a gift yet. See, predestination, the comfort of it is that predestination occurs in Christ. It's baptismal. It's water, word, forgiveness, mercy. It's absolution. He prepares in advance for you to believe and works out all things to keep you in the faith. And he's going to shut heaven down if you're not there. You only know how to do hell and death and sin. He makes you alive and enlivens you to faith, and he keeps you in the faith to life everlasting. And this has been his plan all along since there was a world. And that's why it's by grace alone, not by works, not even the work of believing. Now, we can do a sort of free will or lack thereof a video some other time. Our Baptist friends believe that they decide heaven and they decide hell. Our Calvinist buddies believe that God decides heaven and God decides hell. But what you've heard is different here. You've heard that you're responsible for your sin and you're responsible for your death and you're responsible for hell if you choose to go there. But God has chose you before the foundation of the world to be in him. And he has worked all things out, baptized you, watered and worded you, bred and wined you, bodied and blooded you into the faith. And he's going to keep you in the faith because that's what he's been doing ever since there was creation, planning on saving you. And so when you doubt and when you despair, when you don't have enough, remember that God is working all things out for your good and preparing works for you to walk in and doing things so that you would believe and so that you would live for others. The great comfort of predestination is not to look inside yourself to find out whether you're in or not, to determine whether you're in or not based upon your works and your merits. The doctrine is you know beyond a shadow of a doubt because of your baptism, because of the suffering and death of Jesus on the cross, because of his Lent and his Easter, that you are saved. That's the comfort of predestination. That's the comfort of Fun Word Friday. I'm Pastor George Borkart, and this has been another Higher Things video short.